Hello, hello, we are back with the WEC Road to Le Mans 2025 season, round number 2. Here, a little bit of WEC inspired multi-class racing action coming up for ya. Last month we had a delayed season opener at Fuji with a little bit of rain drama in the middle of that race. Today we are in Brazil at Interlagos, and even though we have some rain forecast in real life, we can't have it within the game, unfortunately. So we are just going with some random weather for this round then instead. So we'll have a 90-minute race and a 10-minute qualifying session to set the grid. We have the hypercar category, that is the Toyota GR010 Hybrid from 21, and then we have a couple of LM GT3 cars in it, Porsche, BMW, we have Nissans, Ferrari, Lamborghinis. So mixed grid for the GT3s, that is. And apart from that, we have two racing tire compounds available. That's the racing softs and the racing mediums. There is no mandatory tire, so drivers can pick whatever they want, what they feel is needed for their strategy to work. Tire wear is set 2x2 and the fuel consumption 2x1. We'll see, last time the hypercar, they could make it on one tank of fuel for the entire 90 minutes. Caught me a bit by surprise, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see today. Usually we have a bit more higher tire wear at Interlagos. We go for a multi-stop on softs. We go for mediums. I have no clue, by the way. Still missing drivers, so hey, just have a quick look at it. We have the Brazilian driver on home soil in the hypercars still missing, and also missing Earring and Dashi. Sure, but they are. Hope they join soon, otherwise we will just start the qualifying session for 10 minutes, and if they join, we'll set the grid manually then. So we'll give them 2 more minutes. See if they can make that race. Just looking at the grid, so racer leads in the hypercar category. Just have a look at the LM GT3s. Looks he is leading the LMGT3s, but won't make it today. He's just coming home from holidays. And okay, so Deering has an emergency, so he won't be joining. Just hope to see Dashi. Go with me. Either way, I put starting soon in. We'll get that qualifying session underway. Just waiting for confirmation. Get a reserve in. Right, doesn't look like it. So we will start the qualifying session now, and maybe someone will join after that session as well. You can set the grid manually. Right, good luck everybody, and let's start that session. So it will be 10 minutes. And all cars are out on the track, so hypercars need to find their way, of course, around. And let's go. Couple of hypercars leaving now. It's good for them, I think. Some are still waiting. Probably not the best idea. JP, come on, move. Get out on track. Will be probably tricky. If you wait for too long, you get traffic. Couple of GT3s out as well on the track. Let's try and sort that grid. I want to see who is leading. It might be Equinox in the number 3. Will he start that first? Flying lap, yeah, we see gaps now opening. First reference lap time for Equinox. And we go on board as usual. So coming around the final kick. Crosses the start finish line, brakes for the first chicane. To descend as we go downhill. Left. Right, straight line that car over those curves, and now run down the back straight into turn number 4, roughly at the 100. Now the third gear, first gear for rotation, interesting, bit wild on the exit. Now approaching the infield section 50. for those hypercars. Get a turn. The very slow turns right into the slow downhill left we go. Early on to the power again, third gear exit. Coming out of the infield section now. Is it flat? The left hand a little lipped. Didn't get the inside line, runs a bit wide. To the uphill left crucial corner to take all the momentum with you. Now the run past the pit entry. And first reference lap time will be 8:21.3. Alex 8 and 10 with a 20.0. Blue Racer with a 21.2. River Rockers a 22.4. Dylan a 32. What? Nearly 10 seconds to make a mistake, did it? Maybe at some point. What about the LMGT3s? Davo 33. Babbitt a 32.8. There's Couch with a 34.2. Ovich a 39.9. Ishmael with a 32.3. That's the fastest lap time in the LMGT3s for now. Waiting for Husky waiting in the pits. Interesting strategy. JP in the hypercars as well, coming around, taking it easy on that lap. 27.8. So top 3 at the moment: Alex, Blue Racer, and Equinox. And a 20.8. Equinox improved that fastest lap. Blue Racer improved to a 20.9. That's very close between the top 3 now. What about the River? Rockers didn't improve. Dylan moves up into 4th position with a 21.9. To be in 6th position. And first off the LMGT3s is Ishmael. 32.3. Rabbit with that 32.8. Next to him, Davo. 33.1. Couch Racer improved to a 33.2. Ovich a 34.6. And Husky not bothering with the qualifying session. So 5 minutes already into that session. Equinox on the outlap. Blue Racer staying out. JP improved to a 22. You saw that. We see softs that are wear already quite visible on the cars. A 20.72 for Blue Racer. That's new fastest lap of the session so far. Equinox and Alex both on an out lap. Dylan didn't improve, stays at a 21.9. Ruckus with that 22.2 still running, but down a little bit in the first sector. JP a little bit of an off-track moment. We said before turn number 4. Let's have a look at our LMGT3s. They will improve the time. Stays at P9, 30 class overall. Can Ishmael improve that to 32.3? 32.2, yeah. Small improvement. Robert back into the pits for a new run, maybe. So Davo in the Ferrari, a 32.8. Couch in a BMW M6, currently sitting at a 33.2. in P10 overall. Some improvements at the front. Purple sector for blue. Staying out. What about the pit stoppers? 20.9 for Alex. So we have 3 drivers now with a sub 1 minute 21. It's Blue, Equinox and Alex. Dylan with a 21.7 needs to find some time. The same goes for River Rockers with a 22.1. Get a new split sector. Yeah, improvement a little bit. But won't be enough to gain a position if it stays like that. Comes around, gets a good run, 21.8, close to Dylan. About JP 19, 20, 21, 22, no improvement. Close to his personal best. So getting closer towards the end of that session. 1 minute and 5 seconds to go. So Blue Racer finished that session. We have Alex still out on a flying lap. It's not much separating those. 3 still at the front and Equinox with an out lap, trying to make those soft tires work. No, won't be improving. So can Alex grab pole position into the infield section now? Line looked smooth, but was it fast? Yeah, small improvement. With a good run uphill, looked decent enough. Will it be enough to find some time to grab pole position? 19, 20.7, oh, mighty close. Nearly got it. The Blue Racer with the pole. Alex P2, Equinox, third Dylan. Still on a flying lap. River as well, but caught some other GT3 traffic, so that won't be an improvement. I think that Dylan cannot finish that lap, so most of the drivers are down, and it looks like that Ishmael will get pole position in the LM GT3s, despite being 1 second down. When it finished that session, Davo is still on a lap, so we'll wait for the Ferrari driver. Down a little bit on his personal best, so most likely no improvement happening. Doesn't need much to get past Rabbit. And indeed, he had a massive run in the middle final sector and got up to P8, P2 in class. Well done, well done. Let's bring up the race results. I'll grab the screenshots. Go quickly over that. grid. So we have Blue Racer with the pole, 20.722, Alex with a 20.799, and Equinox with a 20.8. So the top three really close in the hypercars. Then between Dylan and River, also less than a tenth, 4 in P5 and JP in P6 with a 22.6 currently. Maybe find some pace during that race. Then for the LM GT3s, we have Ishmael and Davo, P7, P8, 32.2, 32.6, with Wabbit and Couch, the two BMWs starting next to each other, P9 and P10. And then 11 and P12 we have Obich, Burkan and Husky didn't participate in the qualifying session. Will start P12. It is all right. So let's go. I think don't have any more drivers, unfortunately. So we'll get the thing started. So we go with the in-game roll-in start for this one. We should have a clean run into the first turn. Maybe, hopefully, yeah. We'll find out in less than a minute, I think. So yeah, 90 minutes of multi-class racing action at Interlagos is starting now. Good luck, everybody. Go, we hear some engines revving. So the cars will get moving pretty soon, looks like. We're going. Alright, so Blue Racer with a pole position, and it's green. We're off for the second round of the Road to Le Mans 2025 season. Blue Racer on medium tires. Alec with mediums with a massive dive already down the inside on mediums as well. Blue Racer retakes P1. Alex on the outside versus Equinox on the inside, also on the medium tires. So Equinox with the run defense that P2 now heading into turn number 4. Dylan in P4, River P5, and JP P6. So hypercars all on the racing medium tires. Then we have the LM GT3s as well in the Porsche on mediums. Davo, Ferrari as well on the mediums. Rabbit, BMW, and Couch also medium tires it is. Obich is using the soft tires in that Lamborghini Huracan, and Husky as well. Softs in the Nissan GTR. Right, so 2 soft runners, the rest is using the mediums, at least for the first stint. And Blue Racer with a little gap, a second to Equinox, 6, 7, 10 in that gap, the 2 Alex, and River is close past Dylan. Has to slip straight, but also might have to defend from Dylan behind. Just under 3 seconds approaching the ZS for the first time under race pace. JP closed that gap. Oh, a little wiggle. More Dylan caught that curve and lost some momentum. He's under pressure now. Okay. JP, go for a move. No, not yet. A second already between Blue and Equinox. Another second to Alex in third. River 7/10. Dylan and JP, so 5 seconds between the hypercars. Ishmael leading the LMGT3s. Devo still close, 6 tenths, 5 tenths maybe. Rabbit as well. Then we have a little gap. Couch Racing dropped down to P12. Husky up to P10. So maybe a small little mistake somewhere. It's P12 for now for the second BMW on that Gridovic. 2.5 seconds. This gap to Husky, just a second behind Rabbit as well. Another second between Rabbit, Devo, and Devo keeping up with Ishmael, opening up that gap slightly to the rest of the LMGT3 grid. But now Blue Racer increasing his lead to 2.2 seconds now. Whoa, a second penalty for Equinox. Track limits somewhere. It will be painful. The penalty zone on the uphill section, the final sector. It will cost him quite some time. So Alex should get that P2 as a freebie. See, it's 7/10 at the moment. Close enough. What about River Rockers? Can he also jump Equinox? Serving that a penalty. Now, that's quite a big penalty, that 1 second. River with the run. Maybe gets him before the start finish straight even. Equinox going defensive on the inside. River up to speed now. Equinox just defends that position into the centers for the 4th time. JP with a little gap to River. Dylan right behind in P6. So close racing action between the cars. Ishmael and Devo still, it's close. Devo will stay within that 5-6 tenths gap. Rabbit as well with a clean run so far, keeping his car in striking distance. 1.2 seconds. Husky as well. Oh, I saw something happening. Equinox lost it somewhere, dropped a couple of positions. Oh, let's see if we can catch that on the replay. Oh, the rear just went. Luckily no damage, but lost that position to River, and then got up to K, so there was a car already. So, little mistake, and he's down to P6 in class for now, dropped behind Dylan and JP. Ishmael and Devo still running neck to neck. Rabbit and Husky, P9, P10, Ovic in 11, and Couch in P4 currently, losing that rear end, losing some momentum for the long uphill part. 2.7 seconds it is. So, and again we see another dominant performance early on. Blue Racer has a nice little gap already, 3.7, 3.8 seconds currently. Keeping it clean, steady. Alex in P2, driving race car today. P3 River, then we have the gap to the next car, so and Equinox with another mistake, lost some time once again. He was close to Dylan and JP, Now 7 seconds. The gap another 1 minute 30. Yeah, it's a couple of seconds off pace. And Ishmael trying to open up a gap. Okay, we're still within that second. And we're a bit under pressure now. There. Husky right behind. The Husky is on soft tires compared to Rabbit on the mediums. Gets a decent run, but unable to bring that car closer into a attacking position for one of the braking zones. So keeping it steady. Gets a good run out of the centers. 4/10 at cap now. But still not close enough. Rabbit missed the apex. Opportunity for Husky now. Gets the better run out of turn number 4. Can hang around the outside. No, it's very tricky, but goes for a cutback. Or maybe still not close enough, so it's hard to go for moves at Interlagos in the infield section. It's not a very wide track, and if the car in front positions their car in a middle of the road approach, basically cannot go for it. We have to rely on a good exit coming out of the left-hander. That looks like promising now. Early onto the power. Rabbit's struggling with the grip. 2.5 depth, so he should be picking up the pace now. That slipstream should help that GTR to bring that gap down. Diving down the inside into turn number 1. Camera, please show us. Husky moves up 1 position into 9th overall. Rabbit down to P10, 4th in class. And can he go for the counter attack? Got a good run out of centers. Husky defends the inside line into turn number 4, and we see blue flags for the first time during this race. We see the race leader approaching the LMGTs around the outside. It goes, so we get a little bit of onboard action. Yeah, how does it look for the hypercars? Gets 2 positions. No, that was a bit late, maybe. Optimistic approach. Now we got that move done on the Nissan. But in the infield section, you don't have that much of an advantage in the hypercars. And that definitely lost the racer some time. Kept down to 2.5. We should have a decent run on Devo. Whoa! Late decision to go down the inside. He's too far behind to send it on Ishmael, so has to wait coming off the center S's. Again, losing a little bit of time, maybe to Alex and P2. Takes it around the outside so much more. Downforce it is. Alex, that gap 2 seconds and run out of turn 4 should be. Yeah, nice one. Lost a 10th or so, but overall gained, I guess, 2 seconds during that first time of lapping in this race. River in 3rd, 6 seconds that gap to the top 2. JP in P4, Equinox in 5th, and Dylan 36.5 on lap 8. So massive moment. Maybe he went lawn mowing some point. 36, that's 13 seconds lost. But lapping also did actually help. Ishmael opened up that gap to Devo. 2.6 seconds for now. He got himself a little bit of a breathing room. Husky also opening up that gap to Rabbit. 1.4. We see another Hypercar blasting through the LMGT3 grid. And Ovic right behind Rabbit with Equinox in the Hypercar. It's close and going around the outside. Coming off the centers. Yeah. And then down the inside. Ovic doing a good job with the tires. A second to Rabbit. Couch Racing currently nearly 7 seconds behind Ovic in P12. So after that first time of getting through the LMGT3 grid, that gap is opening up again between Blue Racer and Alex. 2.7, 2.8. Marcus also through that GT3 traffic. What about JP around the outside? Next up is Equinox, 2.2 seconds. Will catch Ishmael and the GT3. The start finish straight into turn number 1. So no drama. Where is Dylan? Got past Husky, but this is interesting. The gap Husky, Rabbit and Ovic. Four seconds between Davo and Husky, 1.3 to Rabbit and Ovic, 3-4 tenths. Half a second into the infield. Not close enough to go for a move, most likely. Oh, and Rabbit caught a little bit of the grass. See, very late entry. Yeah, missed that apex slightly, and then goes over the Astro turf and loses that position to Ovic for now. The 11, currently Ovic 10th. So Husky and Ovic, two drivers on the soft tire compound. Everyone else is using the mediums. Davo really 4 seconds now. That gap to Ishmael, the leading LMGT3 driver in his Porsche 911. The gap between Blue Racer and Alex at the front stays roughly at 2.5, 2.6 seconds. Blue Racer with a half-second penalty. That gap will drop down to under 2 seconds probably. Have a look what the time loss is actually. It's 2.6 coming out of the left-hander. Will serve that penalty. It's 6/10 roughly. So half a second, maybe 6 to 7/10. Drift into the ZS or on the leader. Alex pushing like crazy. River now a bit of no man's land in P3. Same goes, no, it doesn't go for JP because Equinox is right behind. 5 caught up with the Canadian driver. Closing that gap into turn number 4, and then couldn't get onto the power that early, so maybe also now a little bit of dirty air affecting the cars, and also the low speed corners. All that aero package doesn't really help you, and then a bit of a loose moment. JP lost that momentum, but didn't lose the car. One position down into P5, still within the slipstream range. Can he get a good run? A bit hesitant, and Equinox driving away, holding up the gap more than a second now. Dylan, he's in no man's land. Now 5 seconds at this stage, so we are 18 and a half minutes in, 1 hour 12 to go. We see the tires definitely wearing fuel, looking quite okay still for most of the drivers. The soft's on, the Huskies, GTR, we've seen better days, the front right especially. Our second driver on the racing softs, Ovich. Tires looking a bit better compared to GTR. Rabbit going most likely for a fuel and tire saving strategy. Very good conditions, is racing medium tires. Also Koch racing doing a good job with those mediums, and the fuel also. Might be looking at a one-stop strategy on mediums. So the pitless at Interlagos usually one that's a bit longer compared to other tracks. So that's why you definitely want to go for as less stops as possible. Oh, someone drove it off track. Maybe a bit scared of the hypercars. The top two is still just separated by 10 seconds roundabout. Bit of a comparison, tires and fuel. Blue saving a bit more fuel. Using a bit more of his tires currently, and the next round of going through the LMG T3 grid is now happening. No problem, so far now right behind. Ovich will use the inside line. Where's Alex? Got past Rabbit as well now. Can he get past Ovich before the next braking zone? Has the inside line. That is an easy one, and Coach Racer left. It's unfortunate. Again lost a little bit of time during the lapping process, and Alex within a second now once again the German driver with a bit more luck. And it comes down to getting past the other GT3s. This time, Blue again with a late move down the inside. Very late decision. Can Alex get the GT3? Yes, he can. Both a bit wide on the exit of turn number 4. It's on now. 1 second. Have a look. Blue Racer. Just one more GT3 car. That is Ishmael in the Porsche 911. 1.1, 1.2 currently the gap. Will it be okay? It's just coming out of the left-hander uphill. So that should be fine. Again, a wild drift. Carrying the momentum. Alex still roughly within a second. 1.1 it is now, so they are past the other GT3 grid. Where is River Ruckus? One car still for River. That's the other GT3 leader. No, there are 2 cars. That is the Ferrari. Should be an easy overtake before turn number 4. Equinox has opened up that gap to JP after the overtake. 4 seconds, and they will face some traffic very soon. As well around the outside for the infield section. Which leaving that inside line open. No drama, but I think Ovich versus Rabbit, so Rabbit gained some time. But there's the next car arriving. Should be JP. Probably catch them on the run towards the start finish straight, so easy overtake happening. Nothing to worry. Husky in P11 now on the outlaps, got rid of the soft tires onto the mediums now. And Rabbit half a second that kept Ovich with a good run so far through the centers. Gets a massive run out of turns 2 and 3. Might go for a run into turn of 1. No, brakes early. Still has a different strategy in mind, but Ovich's tires are pretty much done now at this stage. And Dylan in the hypercar has to be patient, avoids any contact, goes around the outside. Ovich now under pressure. How much longer can he run with those softs? I think that rear might be very, very sketchy now. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him pitting for mediums. Taking a narrow line. And yeah, going in to change the tires, so Rabbit moves up a position. And the gap between Devo and Ishmael now 7.3 seconds. And at the front, it's still very close. 1.2, 1.3 between Blue Racer and Alex. Tire management for the German driver. Very, very good. Blue definitely pushing those mediums a bit harder. And on the other hand, saving a bit more fuel. It's very interesting to see. So we are approaching the first third of this race, and those tires on those hypercars, I think they have to go for a two-stop. In some form or variation, it is. Maybe you can stretch the mediums and then go for a shorter soft stint, or you go for just 3 equal stints on mediums. For now, I'd say a small advantage for Alex with those tires. Just keep it up with the pace. So when will we see the first pit stops for the hypercars? Now traffic for Alex through ZS, that will cost him a couple of tenths. River Rockers in third, 10 seconds to the leaders, probably on the same strategy. Before we have Equinox, 14, 15 seconds. JP another 6 seconds behind in P5, and Dylan slowly catching JP. P6 then the LMGT3 grid. Ishmael with a flawless race so far, 7.4 seconds. That gap to Davo in P2 in glass, then Rabbit in third. All 3 in class, still running on their starting tire set. And then we have the 2 drivers that started on softs are now running the mediums. Askijanovic. Looks like a little bit of a scary moment between the 2. No real issue. So let's stay with the top 2 for a little while. So we're now over the first third of the race, and Blue Racer's tires, not sure if he can make them last for another 30 minutes if he wants to go for that medium one-stop strategy. I can see it happen for Alex with the tires. Still some very decent lap times for the race leader. I'm pretty sure he will feel the tire wear. Now same time that fuel is coming down. A crucial moment now for Alex. Can he get past the BMW? Yes. So still having trouble to read this race with the strategy. I think if you can make that one stop on mediums work, that should be the best strategy. With that pit loss, oh, touched that grass, nearly lost it. Again, struggling with the grip now. And gap again under 1.5 seconds between the front two. Blue is staying out. I could see a medium soft strategy maybe. In theory, yeah, one-stop mediums should be quicker. And 1.1 now, Alex is catching. It gets a bit unlucky with the traffic. Maybe can he cut beneath? Yeah, he can. Just lost 2-3 tenths. Not too bad. Getting into the evening. We're at Interlagos. Lovely settings. Great visuals as usual. This time it was Alex who struggled with the exit. Approaching the LMGT 3-class leader. Nice work of the indicators here. Ishmael indicated. All good, I see you. Good on the inside. No one really lost. Ishmael with a big lead in glass. Smart play. To get back to Blue Racer now. Look at the tires. It's 90% on that rear right. We saw him a couple of times struggling on corner exit. Wide run for Alex. Was this a penalty maybe? Yeah, indeed it was a penalty. Half a second. Just a little bit of understeer moment. Pretty sure that River Workers is looking for that one stop. His tires looking good. Well, what can Equinox do? Clearly at the pace in the qualifying and opening laps that had a couple of mistakes, but what's in 14 seconds? Is there an alternative strategy happening? I also see that JP is slow on the hybrid energy. It's a big difference compared to Dylan, who is catching just 4 seconds that gap to P5. And Ishmael opened up that gap to Dago 10 seconds now. Then we have our drivers that stopped. Interesting, you see Rabbit now using soft tires. Dropped down to P11, but right behind Ovic. And Ovic just 2 seconds to gap to Husky. interesting to see that a soft tire is being used in the GT3 class today. Perez is still managing that rear ride somehow. It looked worse. It's just 7 minutes, maybe to be able to go for that one stop. So can he pull that strategy? Don't think there's an issue for Alex and River Ruckus to go for that medium one stop. Blue Racer with that higher tire wear struggling a little bit. Maybe we'll go for a little bit of an undercut, and then we're hoping environment, temperature, track temperature, whatever will help him towards the end of the race. So a bit more cloudy conditions. Also, moving into the evening, early night time, we should see cooler track temperatures as well, which in theory again should help with the tire wear. Plenty in theories and if and this and then, but great battle for the lead we have for those first 40 minutes of the race, with a tire advantage for Alex in P2 in the number 5, and a little bit of a fuel advantage for Blue in the number 7 in the lead. Don't think the fuel is like the major concern. So, can Blue go for the 3 more laps on those medium tires? Staying out, keeping that gap at roughly 1.4 seconds. Then we have the bigger gaps for now to River Ruckus, Equinox, and JP. We have Dylan catching, and looks like JP is nearly out of hybrid power now. He needs to find a way to somehow regenerate this energy. Without it, this car will be just heavy and slow. Dylan now nearly full hybrid battery, but it should help with the comeback drive after some mistakes. Especially here you see him scaling like crazy. What happened versus Alex, and GT3 traffic involved as well. Oh, it's getting spicy. And this is as close as it ever was. Lap 30. Oh, and Alex going for the undercut. Look at that. I didn't see that coming. Blue staying out. Alright. Maybe Alex saw like the tires will be lasting, so I can pit a little bit earlier and use the fresh tires for an undercut now. Good news for Blue Racer is that there is no more cars in front at the moment. Might just make it with the tires for 45 minutes. Still, like the undercut couldn't be powerful. Fresh tires for at least one lap. think Blue has to go for another lap. Alex in P3. Good news for the German driver that came out in front of Equinox after the pit stop. So where's Blue Racer now? It's 47 minutes to go. Probably will be looking at one more lap, or will he cover the undercut? Yeah, he has to probably, yeah. Otherwise he would be losing too much time. So will River Rocker stay out and lead a lap? Also thinking of hitting. Well, let's see, Alex. Also low on the hybrid energy. That might be also something to consider. So Blue Racer coming out of the pits now. And there's Alex through the center as we go. I think Blue Racer should still have the position. That fuel advantage maybe. And there's Alex. Alex comes on. Alex goes into the lead. Just a second, 1.1 now. So for now, the undercut worked, but it's not even halfway through that race. Close to. But we have a lead change. Now it's the number 5 car leading and the number 7 sitting in P2. River Rockers on fresh medium tires in P3. JP still staying out on his mediums. In 4th, Equinox pitted for fresh mediums as well, and Dylan also coming out on fresh medium tires. And the LMGT3s, it also looks like that a one-stop strategy medium might be the choice for many of the drivers. Interesting. Blue, Alex, the 2 leaders right in the mix of the GT3 traffic. Rabbit and Ovich through the center S, and Blue lost a little bit of time to Alex, 1.5 seconds now. And JP is in. We go back to Husky, Rabbit and Ovich. Rabbit now on the soft tires, Husky and Ovich on the mediums. They started on soft tires. Cut the inside. I think it's okay. But very much of grass involved. And also Ovich very wide on the exit. Stays close to Rabbit, 7, 8, 10. I expect Ovich, Rabbit and Husky, all of them in the pits. Ishmael on leader in. Devo stayed out for one more lap at least. So, maybe looking for a soft tire run. Will be tough in my opinion. Will be very tough, especially in that Ferrari. Our leaders still close, and we get some more lap traffic. That's a bit unlucky for the German driver, but maybe Blue Racer can benefit. Now he's stuck behind the Porsche, so no one really gained or lost. In my opinion, 1.1, 1.2 roughly. The gap still between the front runners. Wide run, Racer. This might be a penalty. Got away with it. was definitely a on the edge run. 1.3 now. Okay. We're just stuck in traffic at the moment. 18 seconds to the 2 in front, so that's not gonna happen. And also we're on the same strategy, 1 stop. So the leaders, they won't be pitting for another time. So I think the best River Rockers will be that P3 Equinox, 11 seconds. Looks to be a bit faster. Can he bring down that gap? The remaining 42 minutes, 11 seconds it is currently in Dylan. We got past JP after the pit stop. So JP now a second behind. And yet no hybrid energy, and Dylan saved plenty of his hybrid. You also see that Ferrari is still running. The gap is just 40 seconds, and I'm pretty sure this will be the end lap now. The tires are pretty much toast, so they are taking the narrow line into the pits we go for Devo. Then Ishmael will take that LMGT3 class lead again when he crosses the line. Personal best as well. Devo in. Husky, Rabbit with the run. Looking down the inside into turn number 1. Soft tires, he should have the advantage. Getting that BMW stopped and easy overtake. Not through yet. He has to defend this position into turn number 4. Relying on his soft tires, and yeah, made it stop. So we'll have a look at the overtake once again. So got a good run up towards the start finish straight, and then gets the very typical run into turn number 1 at Interlagos. That clean overtake. P9 Husky in P10, and Ovic just 2 seconds. So I still think that Ovic, Husky and Rabbit will be pitting one more time. It will still be very close between these 3 cars, in my opinion. And Devo indeed went on for soft tires for that second stint. That is interesting to see. Not gonna lie. Alex with the fastest lap of the race as well. Last time round at 21.5. So he's having a hell of a race today. Bit of concern still that hybrid energy. A bit low for my liking, so running out of hybrid nearly. Where can he recuperate that energy? It's just too heavy braking zones, so I think in T1 and turn 4 and another fastest lap. 2 in a row. Yeah, that hybrid is lower. Still, as long as there's a little bit of energy left, it will help him with the boost. Racer is definitely pushing again, nearly losing that rear end. 1.5 seconds still. Looks like this will come down to the wire, to the line. Very, very close race between the two river workers. 22.3 personal best. So, and has plenty of hybrid available. Also Equinox a bit quicker still than River, not by much. 40 minutes, 10 seconds. That's less than 40 minutes, okay. Maybe align a little bit. Dylan with a 2-second gap now to JP. But traffic can change it. Ishmael with 33's last 2 laps, 32.8 personal best, and about they were 32.5. So pushing those softs now. Let's see what he can do on those softs. And we have Rabbit, Husky, and Ovich. Still goes Rabbit with the softs, still probably a slight pace advantage. I wouldn't be surprised to see all 3 drivers pitting for soft tires again for the final stint. Not much between those 3 drivers, or nearly an hour of racing now, and at the front, that gap has come down under a second. The rest of the view, fastest lap incoming maybe? Yeah, 21.3, massive one. A little bit of slip as well, yeah. Once again, we see traffic in front of the leaders. A late move down the inside now, right up. And with Alex going through. This could be an opportunity for Blue Racer. Will Alex get past the BMW? We are diving down the inside. Blue Racer has to wait now. Ah, that's unlucky again, but floors it. Still gets the run. 310. Under 310. Will Alex go defensive? Yes, covering the inside line. Faking it, nearly touching the outside, and touches the outside, no! With a costly mistake it was. Let's see, he was faking the move inside, outside, and then touched the grass slightly on the exit, on the entry for turn number 1, has to go over the grass and avoid the GT3 car, so that's 3 seconds maybe lost with that little mistake. A little bit of a breathing room now for Alex. So a bit of a rundown of 4 seconds between P1 and P2. Another 18.5 seconds to P3. And also, like, look at that, Equinox had the same fastest lap as Blue Racer on the same lap as well. Look at that, 39, both with the same lap time, and Blue Racer was in P2, Equinox in P4, that's right. The fastest lap goes to Blue Racer if it stays like that. Wow, crazy. And Dylan in P5, 26 seconds. Under 3 seconds, the gap to JP, who's picking up the pace now, 22s for the Canadian driver. Let's jump to the LM GT3 grid, where Ishmael, his gap is coming down. under 10 seconds. Now to Devo. Devo trying something with the soft tires. Well, for now it's an advantage. Will they like last for the entire stint? Still like 32 minutes to go. Rabbit in P9, and the soft tires don't look that good anymore. Which got past Husky for the moment, both on the mediums, and I'm expecting both of them to pit as well for some soft tires again. This could still be very, very interesting. Rabbit does a 3-second gap. Question is, how long will he stay out? When will we see the crossover point with the tires? Probably now. It's the same. Rabbit in now, Rabbit in. So what about Ovich and Husky? They're not covering that pit stop now, staying out for at least one more lap. If they want to fight with Rabbit for position, pretty sure they are forced to pit this lap. Rabbit mediums again, so didn't see that coming, but the soft tires probably he wasn't feeling that comfortable with, would imagine, so he tried mediums, he tried softs and went back to the mediums for the final stint. That's like another strategy option. I think Ovich can stay out for a bit longer on mediums and then can definitely try and go for a soft tire run. Husky was the first to pit on softs, now the mediums, and the front right definitely shows some wear. Now maybe a medium tire again for Husky. Doesn't look like they're pitting, are they? No. So which defensive inside line, Husky around the outside, they go side by side into turn number 1 wide. Again around the outside and still side by side through the ZS. Ovich on the inside and then he loses it on the curve. It looked like for an epic racing move, and then where's Ovich? Here's Ovich. And then just that curve. A little mistake, but it's not over yet. It's not over yet. I think it's 7 seconds, maybe with a soft tire strategy towards the end can make something happen still. Back to the front where we have Alex. 3.7. Blue is pushing. The gap was over 4 seconds, 4.8. Tried. Oh, that was wide. That's a penalty for sure. Oh, 4 wheels off track. Yeah, here we go. That's your half a second penalty, and even lost 3/10 with that little mistake. So look at the lap times for Alex. 21 highs, a low 22 the last 4 laps it is. So still a very strong pace at the lead. Blue racer now serving that penalty, so gap will go up once again. Another 22 low. It's a 23 for blue. And we see indeed that gap between Rogers and Equinox, like 7.5 at the moment. Still some time to go, 27 minutes. A little bit of a lonely race for now. Gap to JP 5 seconds. There's still plenty of racing action going on with multiclass and LMGT3 cars. You have to get through. 8.7 also. The gap is still coming down between Ishmael and Devo, where I see the tire wear now. The Ferrari rear right tire. Definitely was a long shot. Let's see. There we go. So Husky stayed out Wabbit on mediums and Ovich on softs again on the outlap after that mistake. So what's Husky's idea? Driving those mediums as long as possible to go for softs to the end, or go with the safe option and pit for mediums again. Between the top two, that gap stays roughly at 4.5 seconds. And Blue Racer pitted one lap earlier, so we'll have problems with the tires, probably for the final 2-3 laps. If he wants to win, he needs to close that gap and then somehow defend that P1. The pace is so similar between Alex and Blue Racer. It needs a mistake somewhere at this stage. So River in a comfortable D3. Equinox, that charge slowed down a little bit last lap. It's 8 seconds, but still like the trend. That gap will come down. Maybe also tires and fuel. Yeah, Equinox a little bit more fuel. Can definitely push. Doesn't have to worry about it. Let's have a look at Devo 9.5, a slow lap last time around. So we probably see now a crossover point between the tire compounds. Mediums still looking very, very good and performing really good as well. So the tendency definitely for Ishmael to keep that P7 overall and P1 in class. Bit of lap traffic as well, but doesn't really help Devo with his course. 10 seconds again. Yeah, and Husky is still running very warm, medium tires. But I think it's soft to the end then for Husky. But it's just 18 seconds to Rabbit, so he won't be keeping that P9 after the pit stop. What's possible for Roglic? Personal best, lap 41, 33.1. Probably that little mistake. Oh, a yellow flag situation. Who was off track? Can you see that? I don't think the gaps have changed that much between the drivers. Equinox, 15 seconds now. But can we maybe catch what happened? Oh yeah, spinning it the rear again. Guess that's also a bit of a story of his race. Clearly has to with the pace in the car, but at least 3 little mistakes. What makes it hard than to fight for the podium. 20 minutes and a bit to go, 15 seconds. That is a big gap. Now, definitely, and Crew Racer 4 seconds now, gains a little bit on the leader. The tires again, that I'm worried. You can definitely see the leader up the road. That probably gives a little bit of extra motivation. Run, gain 3/10, and also run out of hybrid energy. We'll get a little bit again during the braking zone. That's probably just enough for the back straight. 3.6, oh, nearly lost it again. But also Alex is out of that hybrid, so it's the same playing field for both of the drivers, and 3.3, the Crew Racer is definitely pushing now, coming towards the closing stages of round number 2, 18.5 minutes to go. 3 seconds to gap between P1 and P2, both with the same strategy, mediums till the end. And we have a bit of a tire advantage for Alex at the Crew Racer with pushing, trying to get into the striking distance to fight for that P1. Then P3 now a quite comfortable position for River Rockers with 25 seconds to the leaders and 17 to Equinox in P4. Dylan in P5 it is to gap to Equinox as a very big 26 seconds, so no immediate threat at all. And 8 seconds it is to JPO and Devo. The softs that didn't work to get him till the end, but he's pitting probably for another set of softs and pushes. So we have Husky now pitted, goes for the soft tire. It was to be expected, but dropped behind Ovic again, and they didn't really gain on Wabbit that much. So Wabbit has roughly 11 seconds. Devo with some fresh soft tires. Good news for Ishmael. Has one pit stop in hand, just in case. So Wabbit down to 10 seconds again now to Ovic. Ovic versus Husky. Again, they are very close both on the soft tires, but Husky with the late pit stop, 2 laps later than Ovic. Oh, got it a bit wrong to Nissan S. Keeps within the slipstream range. It is our leaders 3.6, 3.5. Oh, and that is Blue Blacks in the same class. Alex right behind JP now. The race gained a little bit. See that gap coming down, 3.1. Again, a good exit for the final sector. And we have a 3-second gap between P1 and P2, heading into the final 15 minutes of the race. Under 3. Not the best run for Nissan S, but it looks for Alex. Whoa, that was close. Pushed it. Half-second penalty was too wide again. Quick run through the rest of the grid, so we are not missing any other battles for position at the moment. Also Ishmael in the LM GT3s, big lead, 36 seconds. Again now after Devo's second pit stop, medium soft, it is for Devo. Wabbit 9 seconds, that gap is coming down now. And Ovic and Husky still fighting for position. We have another yellow flag situation. There's someone with an off track somewhere. Wabbit had a moment. What happened? Wabbit power oversteer, maybe. Yeah. And that 9-second lead is gone now. Look at that. We have the 3 close again, and we have the hypercars as well. So 13 minutes to go, and the battle for P3 in LM GT3 is on. Webanovic and Husky. Second good run. We see Ovic defending. losing contact a little bit to Rabbit. Now we saw a little bit of a wiggle for Husky. Let's get the Nissan perspective. The softs for Husky, softs for Ovich, and mediums for Rabbit. I think the soft tires should last. No drama here. But where to go for the move? I think the GTR struggles with the top end a little bit. Which with a good run, keeping that gap roughly at 3.5 lengths. Again, going defensive very early, trying also to pick up a little bit of slipstream. It late, oh really late, oh we see hypercar traffic approaching once again. What a pace difference it is. Sends it down the inside. Opportunity for Husky now to get around Ovich. No, not yet. It's a tense now. And they're also now right behind Rabbit in that BMW. So it's give you this perspective. The tires now, medium still okay, but a bit slower, which with a tight exit, and now it's too wide. Husky with the red, they're going side by side, which with the inside line still has his nose in front, using the slipstream now, going defensive. The inside, they go to right now. Husky with the opportunity, with the move now. Ovich with a late move into turn number 1. Was there contact? I don't know. Was definitely later on the brakes, and then Rabbit. Maybe a little bit of contact between the two. We'll keep an eye on that. Let's go back to our front runners. 5 seconds the gap between P1 and P2. Alex and blue tire wear. Still advantage for Alex. And can lap traffic help blue? His tires not looking good, and I think he's easy enough a little bit at the moment. 5.3, lost about 3/10. And Run River in third. 14 seconds to Equinox. Equinox is catching again. It's probably too late. Dylan with some traffic in front. That is our LM GT3 leader Ishmael in the Project 911. 34 seconds, still everything under control. 8 minutes to go. Table EP8, and we have Ovich and Husky. Ovich again defending the inside line into turn number 4. Husky looking away around the outside into turn number 4. Kenny goes up a side deep. Both they go in side by side. A little bit of contact between the two again, and Husky not happy with that contact. And Rabbit is also right behind those two drivers. one little mistake. Again, Ovich leaving the inside line open. So Husky got past, and Rabbit also. Again, and then Ovich lost it on the exit curb, touched the curb with the rear tire. So unlucky. And to that one. Not sure what am I looking at currently? I don't know. I'm having some kind of replay showing. Sorry for that. I'm a bit confused. So, which a great bite. P11 now and 11 seconds. So, late in the race, that little mistake. It's tough now, but it's still not over between Rabbit and Husky. Again, have some hypercars plastic through. Alex 5.7 seconds now. Looks to be our race winner with 6 minutes to go. Nearly 6 seconds the gap to P2. There's a blue with some LMGT3 traffic just in front of him. Seeing that Alex got past them only for the final time. Dylan right behind with a lap down. That's a blue racer now past Husky and Rabbit. 5.7 seconds that gap. Alex in P1. P3, it's still the number 23 River Ruckus. Consistent drive in P3. Equinox with a couple of mistakes throughout this race. Would be definitely up for a podium battle. On pace. So then Dylan a lap behind Alex in P5, JP in P6, Ishmael leader in the LMGT3s in his Porsche 911, 31 seconds the gap to Davo in P8 overall, second in class. And then let's go to Husky versus Rabbit. Can Husky defend it? Soft tires now. Again, the front right might be problematic, but it's just less than 4 minutes to go. But that's still 3 laps. 3 laps to go. And then less than a second between P9 and P10. Which in P13. So now it's 8 seconds between Alex and Blue Racer. What a performance today it is. Smooth driving still with more tires. I'll keep an eye on that countdown. Yeah, it will be 2 more laps to go. penultimate lap has started for the race. Alex leading with 8.5 seconds, then Blue Racer in P2. And on the final podium spot, it is River Ruckus. We'll start that penultimate lap in a couple of seconds. Roughly 2 minutes to go. Crosses the line, and Equinox as well in P4. Let's have a look at the LMP3. So also penultimate lap for Ishmael. It will be the final lap for Davo, and he crosses the line. And it's Husky versus Rabbit on that penultimate lap. 6/10, a bit wide. Rabbit nearly lost it. Have some blue flags again. It's a bit unlucky for Rabbit, 1.3 seconds now. And leaders on the final lap, 9 seconds. Now Blue Racer as well on that final lap. And River Ruckus as well starts the final lap of the race. 1 second still the gap between Husky and Rabbit on their final lap, which pitted for new soft tires a bit late. The outlet now. Well, let's jump. Alex, the number 5 car, and last time. Timer hits 0, and Alex with a fantastic drive victory. GG's for that one. Wins round number 2. Blue Racer brings home T2 in the Hypercars, and River Ruckus will get that P3 in the Hypercars. And let's go to Ishmael, the LMGT3 race leader. Still a bit to go, so we will jump to Husky and Rabbit. They are now close. Still isn't with a half-second penalty, so Husky will get that P9. So River just crossed that finish line. Equinox as well, P4. And then let's go to Israel with the victory in the LMGT3s. They both finished second, and Husky third in class. And I think that is all. Yeah, everyone seen the checkered flag. So GG's everyone. Save the replay and bring up the race results. Did I save it? I don't know. Maybe not. So, that way around. So, Alex with the victory in the Hypercars. Blue Racer, P2 and the fastest lap of the race. River Ruckus in third on the podium. Equinox P4 with the same lap time. Fastest lap just a couple of seconds later than Blue Racer. Dylan with the P5 and JP P6 in the Hypercar class. Then for the LMGT3s we have Ishmael P1 and Devo P2. Devo with that fastest lap in class at 32.2. Pretty sure about that. Husky takes third in class, Rabbit fourth, Owich fifth, and Couch racing with a DNF for that round. Alrighty. So that was round number 2. Round 3 for the Road to Le Mans series will feature Monza in 1 month's time. I think it is probably, let me just have a quick look at the schedule. So we have Monza at May the 17th. So, and then round 4 will be the Nürburgring Grand Prix, June 14th, and round number 5, the final round, July 19th at Le Mans. Yeah, that's it for today's stream. So hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you very soon in another live stream here on the Community League Racing YouTube channel. Have a nice weekend, nice Easter if you're celebrating, and see you soon. Bye bye.